Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Shadowrunners. We have just cleared out a facility of competition as we are investigating the deaths of Shannon's older brother, who was murdered. Yep, spirit talk. We have some leftover karma points. I'm just going to quickly spend those. What do we want to spend it on? We can increase our willpower, that might be useful, or we could put it straight into charisma and pick up another charisma trait. That might be useful actually. Yeah, let's do that. We've got Shadowrunner, we've got academic, so we could go corporate, security, gang, socialite, or street. We could go corporate, that might be useful. Do we even want to get another thing, charisma? I mean, willpower would be really nice. Or maybe just actually getting another increase in range combat. What's the next one in this? Overwatch. We could increase our health. If we talk our way out of situations, it could be useful, but it's only going to be useful if we get one of the ones that works. Well, let's see if we can talk ourselves out. We'll go corporate. Confirm. There we go. Here we are. Sun on half sky. What the? We're now summoning the spirit. Okay, that's freaky. Yeah, definitely freaky. The air grows cold and the spirits of dead children coalesce from the vapor of your breath. Cherubic faces are burned, their lips quiver as if they are about to cry, but their eyes are round and vacant, and they glare at you unblinking. We are the innocent who have perished in the flames, choking on smoke as we fell from the sky, crying for our mothers. You bring anchors to your world, which was once home to us, and we will use them to testify. So in the first magical fetters to the spirits. We no longer see the world as flesh seeker, only the essence and auras of living things. Words, though, words may echo through the veil, and sometimes we hear them. Last night this place was filled with a scream that went on, drawing us to it. It was a man crying out for a witness as he died, and so we came to bear witness, but fled in terror before the malevolent spirit, but profaned the man's remains. This spirit was other, it was not of this place, it had twisted its way through the veil and through the dark to come here. Oh god, we're dealing with some kind of demon, aren't we? Saw her the second fetish. When the other had gone and we returned to the veil, we found two creatures of flesh. One you could call an elf, unsullied by technology and able to channel the energies of the cosmos, yet his spirit was corrupted from within. He was dark and twisted, yet not like the other, so we did not flee. The second we knew to be a troll. Ribbons of essence had been flayed from him. Living cold was seen behind. His aura was the aura of one simple and confused. Between the elf and the troll lay the range of man whose sister now chants to us of justice. For justice, the elf, his essence remains in this place where the man died. Something has been left behind, a small part of him perhaps. Spirit, can you tell us any more? The spirit begins to fade, all but one. Its eyes harden and takes a full measure of you, as if to comment everything about you to memory. No, we must stay. We may not stay. With the spirits gone, the young seaman releases her hold on the magical tether, connecting her to the other realm. She reels from the backlash and perhaps from the emotional toll of knowing her brother's last moments. They saw him, they were with him when he died. You're right? You reply. She takes a series of controlled breaths, only shuddering the first few. No, but I will be. I didn't want that for him, not what those poor souls have endured. My brother deserved to be free. He will be once you find his killer. Yeah, if we're a mage, we know dying isn't actually really much death in the sixth world. You can die and, yeah, you can stay about, as it were. He is free. What we do now, we do for the living. He will be once we find his killer. Let's go with that. Yes, the elf and the troll. We have to find that piece of the elf that the speaker spoke of. It's our best hope of stopping this. Right, so we said back at the crime scene, so we'll run back this way. But the spirits were talking about something else that was there, so I suspect that we're going to be dealing with something lovely and horrible like a demon or some kind of monster. Blood, this is what the spirit wanted us to find, a piece of my brother's killer. It's not much, but it's enough. She scowls at it, looking at every bit like she intends to reach through the small sample and disassemble its owner from afar, and perhaps he can. Is that enough for you to target a spell? Can you track him with that? You and your friends practice much ritual magic? Okay, I should basically tell you, in the Shadowrun Get and like pen and paper board game, if you have like someone's blood, you can literally use it in a ritual and like attack them from range or use them as a focus. It's really unpleasant. So yeah, you don't want people getting samples of your blood or your true name. Is that enough to target a spell? All we need is to drop an adequate time. But I'm still feeling quite drained. I need to rest before I can try anything so involved. When I am able, I'll commune with Bear, consult the spirits, and do what I must be done. But in the meantime, you might take some portion of the sample to pursue a more conventional avenue of attack. I have some friends who might be able to help. Good. Let me know if you've learned anything about this elf on the troll. And should you find them, I would be there when they are brought low. I want to see the light leave their eyes for my brother. I see what I can do, as long as your need for vengeance doesn't endanger the op. Let's do that one. So we picked up some more some more karma. Right, what do we need? Willpower. I'm okay at the moment for willpower. I'm going to sub it into quickness so we can get... what's this do? It doesn't say. Wrong one. Reduces the chance of being hit with physical attacks. That might be nice. Or we get Overwatch, but I'm using everything this turn, so I'm probably going to go with that and increase my dodge, so it means we're harder to hit at range with physical attacks, because I am not designed to be hit. So let's get this done and we'll head back to base. Confirm. I get the feeling after hours, yeah. When you return to the Seamstresses Union in the early hours of the morning, it seems a complete different place, bereft of the normal crowd that haunts it. The bar feels desolate, almost abandoned. It's eerie, like the pack hallways. It's like basically a whole different part of the game. Let's see, continue. Without its colourful staff, cast of regulars and posing tourists, the Union feels hollow. The front bar and lounge are deserted except for the handful of janitors. Yeah, if you guys have ever been in a bar or a club or something, like when everybody's gone home, it's literally just the cleaning staff. It's not. It's off-putting. If you've been in a place that has a lot of life, and like is normally very vibrant and active, being in a place that has no one can feel really unsettled. Okay, so we've got members of staff. They're gathering around the intimate back bar. Miss Kabuto and her collaterie gather for breakfast, with the lady herself doing the cooking. The smell of soy calf and something resembling sausages fills the room. Mr. Coolwee. Evening, ma'am. And what's the word around town, Mr. Coolwee? So more talk of the Ripper killings. Some people say they're hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. There's more to it than just that. Most people are ignorant bastards. What if I told you that the prime suspects were an elf and a troll? Still doesn't mean the killing is racially motivated. People are just too quick to label something a hate crime. Check the sensors. The city is still 66% human. Close your eyes and throw a rock and you're more likely to hit a human. Doesn't make it a hate crime. Still a crime though, and that should be enough. This is the first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Coolwee, but he reins himself in with a roll of his thick shoulders and smooths out a jacket. Don't worry, not going to start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce stereotype. I'll leave it to your business, ma'am. Oh, hi-oh, declares Mrs. Kabuto. Would you like something? She stops. Forgive me, Ome, but you look like hell. Thanks. Just the welcome I was looking for. Long night. I've been working, Miss Kabuto. She looks you over, noting the signs of your nocturnal activity. She nods. Any run you can walk away from is a good run, so I've been told. Helps when the other team doesn't walk away, no one to follow you. Let's go with that one. I can tell you have been busying. I see by the look on your face that there's something you need. Is it about the Ripper? Yeah, I found some DNA evidence. I need to have it analysed. Maybe anyone downstairs? Could be. Won't know until I get something analysed. Let's go with that. I understand. I will unlock the piano so you may go on downstairs. Someone down there should be able to help you if they are awake. It is likely you will have to visit the Matrix before the day is out. May I take a sausage? Take the whole plate. Nothing like late night snack of sausages. No comments from anyone. We could all start making Hot Fuzz references, but we're not going to because we are mature. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, and it's going to require a trip to cyberspace and back to ID, the Ripper, the Matrix, cybernetic analog of inside the grid, the worldwide computer network, digital world, information brought to life inside cyberspace. Your avatar does all the work while your meat body is left behind. All around you, your avatar pathways to other nodes filled with data, IC, counter, intrusion programs, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has many dangers as the meat world, or more. Locked doors, security countermeasures, and black IC that can fry a decker's brain. Every movement you make in a matrix can be tracked. If you aren't careful, get dump socked out and your brain gets frizzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy deck and you can die. Yeah, this is not something they mention very much if you haven't played the pen and paper, but like being in the digital world is not safe. Like, they can literally fry your brain in the digital world. It's like basically a hardware shortage. They can do all kinds of nasty stuff. They can remote puppet you. It's really scary. Sorry, having a sip of my water. Right, where are we going? We'll probably have to hire someone since we don't have one on hand. Probably by looks of it, it's David Frey, or at least associate of his. And there's someone here. Who's this? Van Gass. I was hoping we'd get some peace and quiet tonight. You've got something for me? I've got a flight recorder. That wouldn't happen to be a Ares flight recorder, would it? Some very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I can get rid of it for you for say 20%, at least 2,000 for you. Etiquette, you know what I have. I know what I have. Make it 250 and it's yours. Shrewd, alright, I do you a favour. Now that was lucky. Had no clue that was going to work. But money is money. Let's talk to Fry. David Fry the second. Morning. Look like you've been up all night. It looks like you've seen some action too. I suppose I could use a shower. Where's Doc Castle? Can any of you do a DNA analysis on a blood sample? Let's be straight to the point. Doc Castle equipment isn't really up for that. He considers for a moment. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip. It could decode the DNA using voltage charge instead of light. That would eliminate the use of high expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. He brightens. I just read a journal about it. So the information's still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? The owner's identity. That's beyond me. All I can get you is the gene code sequence. But that's where I come in, declares Johnny DeCleaner. David, if you can get me that code sequence, I'm pretty sure we could track it down via a matrix run. Will do. Let me have DNA and you want to test. Give Friday sample. Cornish-Knight, when David gives you the sample, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. If it works, it could bring back more than just a sample. If this works, I'm bringing back more than just a sample. Whiz, get to work. Thanks, guys. If it works, you can find the Emerald City Ripper. Let's go with that one. Whose blood is it? Could be the Emerald City Ripper. No, Drek, he turns to Johnny excited. Whoa, Johnny. Wake up, Johnny boy. We've got work to do. And Cornish-Knight, if you need any gear, I'll be right here. I've just got my second win. Meet you at my rig, Cornish-Knight. Right, let's see. Has he got anything? Let's take a look. Yeah, see, look, this is all like... They have some really nice ability. But the problem that they have is like... I should really go through this game and play a run as a decker. That would be really interesting. Or maybe I'll make my next character a decker when we play the next game. Johnny the Cleaner, thanks to the semiconductive-based gene sequencing system that David's employed, you could have the information we need to track the Ripper in the Matrix. I'm really impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. He was utilising an unproven technique he read about in a science journal, and he was working from memory on minimal sleep. That's great, Professor. What's the plan? Whatever. Sounds fascinating. If there's time later, maybe you can tell me more about it. Yes, maybe you can sit down with Dave and he can share his research, but let's stay focused. We haven't got any decking. Here's what I'm thinking. We hit the Lone Star DNA database first to see if our donor has prior criminal records. They have extensive DNA archive, then we go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get into the private grid easily, but I've got to warn you, once we're in we could get a little rough. How much decking experience do you have? No experience. What now? I have to trod the net hit I have the trod net here. It'll handband you wear, so it's a headband you wear that lets you piggyback into the Matrix. You'll see and hear everything I do. Right, so basically this is our character here. He's a pretty powerful... Yeah, he's a pretty... Ragnaroku's best decker. He's a pretty powerful decker by the looks of it. So we'll confirm. Your synapses light up as you connect to your consciousness to the digital world. Although you aren't jacked in like Johnny, the sensation is overwhelming and electrifying. You can only imagine what it feels like for him. So basically, this is Johnny here, and we control him. Let's get this done. Ragnarok Craftware. Basically, this is like the threat assessment. It will go up. Yeah. Here we are. There's a data storage. We don't want to be hanging around for too long in this place. We need to get going. This data storage head is defended by anti-intrusion methods. Okay. So, what do you want to hit? Probably him. 75 IP of damage. Ooh, that hit. He's improving the accuracy of the thing as well. My health took a nasty hit. That's base shockwave attack. Well, let's fall back, because I really don't want to be close to that thing. We should be able to hit it. If it's moved there, we should be able to get there and get off an attack on it. Yes, excellent. And we can't do that. And then we'll pop a heal on ourselves. Right, first we're going to shoot this one and get it out of the way. And it blows up. We'll move into cover. Ooh, reduce alarm status. I want to do that ability, but we can't do it while we're currently here. So we'll pop that on ourselves and buff ourselves. And it missed with its own buff attack. So we're going to hit him and kill him off. Can't do that turn. So I'm going to buff myself again. And summon an ally. Ooh, that really bumped up our alert. And he's going to go and smack that. You're going to do this because I need to drop my warrant level down. You're going to pound on that. The CIC is down, let's see what we can find. Quickly. Hack database. Lone Star data match located 100% match. Arrest warrant. Records database. Subject Silius Forsberg. Deceased. Preston Chop Sop surgical assistant. Well, he's obviously not dead then, because if you guys remember, the Ripper had medical training. Priors, breaking, entering 2 counts. Indecency 1 count. Brought in for questioning over accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were filed. Right. So now we need to get out of here. Come on, big boy. You're coming with me. You can get up here, I believe. And there's the bank. Let's get a surprise attack off on him. Ouch. It didn't do much damage. He needs to another 2 turns before we can drop the alarm. He hit it. We're going to pop a thing on him so he hits like a truck. Then you're going to move here. Attack that thing. We'll get access to the files. Hack autopsy records. Silas Forsberg. Subject was found overdosed on half a dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in the system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm no next of kin. Large penetrating wounds were found in several places on the body, possible large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed a smell and called the police when no one answered the door. Yeah, that's not suspicious in the slightest. Anywhere else? No, we probably need to get out of town then. Because if we stay around to here, it can get really dicey. And we still have places that we need to be. Right, can we drop the alarm yet? 1 more turn, okay. So we'll send in him first, because we need to keep the alarm down. Ooh, and there's a lot of them. Okay, get to here. And we'll shoot him. And can you should be able to hit him. We'll pop that one to bits. He's actually just went down, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to use disability. Which decreases our threat level. And that will pop. And we've got to hit him. Come on. He's dead and we can grab this data. We haven't got much time, this bar is filling up. The longer we stay in here, the more danger we're going to be in. Newsnet. Article 1. Return of subject. Silas Forsberg. The body of Silas Forsberg, a chop-up surgeon assistant, was found in an apartment in Snohomish earlier this week. The body had been there for as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted the authorities. Lone Star representatives had issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled a suicide. According to the reports, the body had a mass of puncture wounds and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medication and sedatives. Yeah, that doesn't sound like suicide to me. The man's employers claimed he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estate has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to private concerns. Yet another sad end for life. It is far too common here in the sprawl. Now it might be something we can go on. Right, let's get out of here then. Discover the identity of Jack. Jack out of the LAN. Right, so there's nowhere that he's at, is there? There's nothing over here, is there? No, okay, so we can pop him back. We've been there, we've been up there. Yeah, okay, so we need to get through here then. We can't access yet, okay. Where are we supposed to go? I can't remember for me. Is it up here? I cannot remember for the life of me where the exit in this place is. I think we actually have completed the objectives. So let's try and leave. And turn. So here's what I know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man whose death has never been explained. He worked with chop shops, which fits with the living guy that you've met. The Newsnet says that he left his estate to his psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who his psychiatrist was will give us our next clue. My gut says we can deck into the medical board's records and reverse trace to find the doctor. You in? Punch me in, man. Let's do this. Right, this is going to be a bit more dangerous considering that we are now in the internet. Right, let's pop him. So we're not wasting a turn. Get him here. Get the big guy up. And we'll start blasting fools. Oh, that's bad. It's charging something, charging 70%. Don't let it finish charging. Right. I'm annoyed. Made a mistake. I should have. Right, big guy, it's up to you. Oh, it's up to you instead. Ouch. Buy me time. I need to drop the security risk down. Right, it's dead. Searching medical record, Silas Forsberg. Medical record, file 1, Silas Forsberg located. 2020 to 2030. Pediatric record, parcel 1. Parcel pediatric entry stands out from the rest. Child suffers from chronic depression and social anxiety, most likely caused by his physical abnormalities. We've seen many cases like this recently, with the outbreak of changeling children being born. With the apparent psychology we're seeing, there is no telling what sort of brain functions are affected. Prescribe a series of sedatives the last year that seems to have no effect, upping the dosage. Right, 2030 to 2040. Data missing or corrupted, contact your administration for help. 2040 to present. The file is quite large, it takes well over an hour to read through. The final entry, however, is the most significant, written by Dr. Henry Holmes? Yeah. Silas have overcome significant mental disorder and no longer goes through periods of violent episodes. Latest medication has proven especially effective, but I believe they are being treated by another elf. Has significantly impacted his treatment. Unfortunately, my efforts to maintain an emotional boundary with him have proved challenging. He has bonded to me in an unhealthy and frankly unnerving way. His hero worship exhibited itself in the forms of mimicking my speech pattern as a doctor my dress. For this reason, for the health of the patient, I am assigning another doctor to the case. I will inform him at his next session. Why do I get the reason that his therapist isn't who we think he is? Leave the database. Got a name now, Dr. Holmes. Let's keep going and find out where he works. Okay, we need to get to there. Quickly. We've got 5 turns before that charges, 1 turn before that charges. Big guy, you're up. Let's go. Watch this, the Blanksy eyes try and fire brains and kill us. Ooh, that's bad. Right, he's still holding up, okay. We need to kill that thing there as soon as possible. So you're first got to get to cover. And we're going to throw a data spike at that thing. Yeah, Black Eye, see, it's trying to kill us outright. Just fantastic. Missed. We managed to kill that, which isn't so bad. What else do we have? 3 more turns for that pops. We can pop a heal on ourselves for 1 turn and keep ourselves healthy. We'll hit it with a data spike and hit it with a normal attack. You make a run for the core. Again for the core. Employee records located Henry Hollings Holmes, sorry. My apologies, folks. Henry Hollings Holmes, MD, PhD. Check current employment status. Current employment status. Dr. Henry Holmes currently holds the position of Chief Psychiatrist and Administrator of Mercy Mental Hospital, Snohomish, Washington, UCAS. Oh, that's worrying. If Holmes is basically not who we think is not who he appears, check previous employers. 2045 to 2054, Psychiatrist, Resident Mercy Mental Hospital. 2040, 2045, attending psychiatrist, Mercy Mental Hospital in Sonomus, yeah, attending physician, private practice. Bingo, back to the meat space again. Right, so we got everything that we needed. We need to leave this place quickly. You're on there, you're on there, bud. You can follow up if you want, but I'm not really interested. I'm just more interested in getting you out. Getting the main character out. Here we go. Back into the waking world. Reality is at the end of the day contextual, and as the meat world comes back into focus, your head once again tries to settle onto which world is the real one. While philosophical questions linger, your meat body demands food and drink. You disconnect from your deck and find the Union safe house has risen. Right. You've got a nice chunk of points, karma points to spend, so let's get down to business, shall we? Put one into willpower, increases my spellbook slots, there we go, confirm. Before I speak to anyone, I'm going to quickly run to my locker and equip a new spell. I would like to add tech, but the problem I have with adding like robotics to myself is to make myself less effective at magic, which is not something I want to do. Right, we've got an empty spell slot. What are we got to add? Acid stream. They might actually have new spells. That's something I hadn't thought of. Let's see, where's the mage? Algernon. Algernon looks the same as always, so much so that one may wonder if he even takes time to eat or sleep. Perhaps his presence on this plane of existence is insubstantial enough that he isn't subjected to such base needs. I wouldn't put it past him. He looks really quite weird with glowing eyes, or perhaps he just needs these things when no one is looking. Dark clouds surround you, my friend, but perhaps there is something I could provide that would help whatever weighs you have so heavily upon you. What's new in the world of magic, Algernon? The spirits are stirring. Something has upset the natural order. There's something new, different. I've seen some sick Drek lately. Might be what you'd mean. Not much natural about the spirits to begin with. Actually, that's not true. There's basically the spirits are all natural, to be honest. Seems there's something new every day. What is it this time? Algernon takes a hard look at you for what might be the first time, but this is a hard look of a magician whose eyes pierce the very veil of reality and burrowed through a man's soul. I can see you have met with disturbing visions, but there is something else out there, something not born of life, as other spirits are. Shaking his head, Algernon opens his clasped hands to you, as if begging forgiveness. Too often this world leaves us uncomfortable. So it leaves us confounded. I pray I have not left you in such a state with my idle musings. Let's see what you got. Right, he's got level 2 mana boat. That would be nice. Ball lightning. Ooh, that's nice. There's some really nice stuff in here, folks. Some really nice stuff. Ooh. There's some really nice stuff. I'm going to have to think about this really carefully. And we're almost out of time. So I've been Cornish-Knight. If you've liked, please hit the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. If you have liked, leave a comment in the comment section as well. This has been Shadowrun, and we have just dived into the Matrix. I get the feeling this won't be our last time. I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.